Here are all the formulas for area and perimeter of different shapes. Perimeter is the distance around an object. Okay, if you're walking around an object, it's the distance it takes up, or a length. Area is the amount of space it takes up on the inside. Area, the units are always units squared. Perimeter, the units are just always the units, because it's a distance. So notice how if you have the exact value of a circle, you do the radius squared times pi. So your answer would look something like 64 pi, 20 pi. Exact means keep it in terms of pi. Approximate means put it in your calculator and get a decimal. Okay, I wrote the formulas down for the first three shapes. The first is a square. That's why we have area equals side squared. The second is a circle. That's why I did area equals r squared times pi. And the last one is C is a triangle. That's why I did area equals 1/2 base times height. So for the square, the side length is 5. There's 5 ticks all the way around. So it's area equals 5 squared. Area equals 25, and my units have to be centimeters squared. The perimeter is 4 times 5, so the perimeter is 20 centimeters. So make sure you have units for both. Letter B, if the diameter is 8, the radius has to be half that, so it's 4. So the area equals 4 squared pi. The area equals 16 pi. This is exact. Okay, you can leave your answer like this. It's inches squared. Circumference is 2 times the radius, which is 4, times pi. So it's 8 pi inches. So again, make sure that you have inches squared for area and inches for perimeter. The third one is our triangle. So where it is a 90 is where the base and the height are. So area equals 1/2 times 6 times 8. Half of 48 is 24. So it's 24 feet squared. Okay, the perimeter is add up the 3 sides, but I don't have this third side. So in order to do this third side, I have to do the Pythagorean theorem. In order to get this third side, we need to do the Pythagorean theorem. So it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is a, this is b, the hypotenuse is c. So when I do 8 squared plus 6 squared, I get c squared. So c equals 10. Now I can do the perimeter. 10 plus 8 plus 6 is 24 feet. So it's weird when the area and the perimeter are both the same. Okay, the third one is called an irregular shape. So what you need to do is break this up into rectangles. So I draw 2 rectangles.
I just draw 2.
So if this is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. So this rectangle right here is 50 units squared.
No, 50.
This is 10 on the other side, so this is 50. Now the other dimension, I'll change color here. The other dimension is this. This needs to be 5 because this side right here is 10. This is 5, so this needs to be 5. So this area right here is 25. So you're going to add up all 3 rectangles. So add up 50 plus 25 plus 50. And you get 125 units, because there's my unit right here, squared. The first one I already did is the area of a circle. Just make sure that you have the exact value. You have a pi in it. So, and the formula, the units are centimeters squared. So the answer for area is 100 pi centimeters squared, and the answer for perimeter or circumference is 20 pi centimeters. I also did the rectangle over here. Make sure you have your units, centimeters squared and centimeters. And F, I'm saving to show all of these tick marks mean they're worth 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And these right here, this is 6. So I'm going to break this up into 3 rectangles. So this rectangle right here, this red one, is 6 by 2, which is 12. This middle one is 4 by 2. This side is 4 because you're cutting off this 2 right here from 6. So this one is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. This is a 2 by 2. So this is 4 centimeters squared. So in the end, you add 4 plus 8 plus 12, and you get 24 centimeters squared. Okay, so I drew Mrs. G's garden is 12 feet on each side. She wants to put a 1 foot wide path around the garden. So if it's 12 this way, and we add a 1 foot path, all the way across is going to be 14. So it's actually going to turn into a 14 by 14 square. But the question is, what will the perimeter be? So this is a rectangle that's 14 by 14. So we're going to add, actually it's a square, it's 14 by 14. So we're going to multiply 14 times 4. 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1, it's 56 feet. Those are my units, 56 feet. Number 3, I drew out the quadrilateral in a graph. I know that these two distances are 2. I'm trying to find the perimeter, so I'm trying to find the distance around. So now for these other 2 lines, these thick ones that I'm marking right now, I can do the distance formula. So this one, I would find the distance between 0, 0, and 9, 12, either by using the distance formula or the Pythagorean theorem. And this one, you can use the distance formula with 2, 0, and 11, 12. In the end, what you do is you're going to add up 2 plus 2 plus this distance plus this distance. And leave your answer in units because there aren't any units. That's kind of the generic one if there's not a feet or centimeters. To make a project, you need a rectangle, so draw a rectangle, piece of fabric that's 36 inches wide and 4 feet long. How many square feet? So we want it in feet, so we need to change 36 inches into feet. Well, 12 inches equals 1 foot, so 36 inches equals 3 feet. So this is a 3 feet by 4 feet piece of rectangle fabric. So the area is length times width. The area is 3 times 4, so the area is 12 feet squared. Number 5, to find the area of the shaded region, you take the area of the entire object and you subtract the inside. Okay, in order to get the shaded part, we want to take the area of the outside and subtract the area of the inside. So the area of the outside is a circle with a radius that's 4, since this was a tick and this is a tick. So it's r squared pi, so the area is 4 squared pi, so it's 16 pi. That's the outside circle. The inside circle has a radius of 2. So the area is 2 squared pi, so it's 4 pi. So my final answer is going to be the area of the outside, which is 16 pi, minus the area of the inside, which is 4 pi. So my answer is 12 pi, and your units are centimeters squared. Just like the last one, we need to take the area of the outside and subtract the area of the unshaded region. So the area of the outside, this distance is 7. It's a rectangle. This distance is 7. I know this is 7 because this is 3. So the area of the outside is 7 times 7, which is 49. The area of the inside is 9. So the answer is 40 inches squared. Another way you could do it is just, I'll change colors here, is break up this into 2 rectangles and add the first area plus the second area. Either way is fine. So this dimension's 28. This area is 28 because it's 7 by 4. And then I'm going to change color to this second one. This second one down here is 4 by 3, so this is 12. So in the end, you have 12 plus 28 is the same thing, 40 inches squared.